It may not look like it, but there is a banner this weekend. Let's talk about it. What's happening, YouTube? I'm Transient. Welcome to my channel. So, now yesterday I did a video on the big update that is coming tonight for most people, and so basically by the morning of tomorrow, everyone should pretty much have access to the new update. Now, what that meant, however, was that they, for some reason, did not show the banner that is coming this weekend. However, it is there for us to see, and we are getting a banner with Edith and Silas on a 15x rater. So I thought I'd do a little video on what should you summon. I think these should you summon videos are going to be something that I make mainly because I'm pretty much in late game or end game for my main account, but my free to play account is very early. Well, I've had quite a lot of decent luck with that. So in doing these should you summon videos, I can at least give, or at least if I'm describing myself, whether I was summoned as a late game player or as an early game player, I think I have both options, so I can give both opinions. So anyway, and luckily on my main account I have both, so I can at least look at them. So let's talk about Edith first of all. Now Edith, I literally pulled her while attempting to get copies of Wukong, so I've only recently just got it on my main account. But anyway, so Edith is a defender. Let's look at her awakening, well, her skills and her awakening. Her talent: all damage dealt scales off of defense. When deployed, immediately gains 2 stacks of Equine Aegis. Each stack of Equine Aegis owned increases damage dealt and healing received by 10%. The hero can have up to 5 stacks of Equine Aegis. Okay, ultimate, which is the main skill of hers, or the main reason why she's useful. When the skill is activated, each attack deals 170% AoE damage to up to 8 enemies in range, lasting for 15 seconds. The first 2 basic attacks during each ultimate will knock back the enemy with 2x strength. Now, the reason why this is very, very useful is for Gear Raid 5 or Gear Dungeon 2, when the Banshee, I think from level 5, stage 5, when the Banshee basically becomes a nuke upon death, Edith pushes the Banshee far enough away so that she does not get killed. Now, what else is there? Physical attack. Shield recharge. Gains 1 stack of Equine Aegis every 38 seconds. The first 2 basic attacks during each ultimate reduce the skill's cooldown by 1 second for every enemy hit. And passive, Warrior's Resolve. If the hero takes no damage, increases defense by 5% and physical damage reduction by 5% every 6 seconds, up to 25% defense and 25% physical magic reduction. The effect disappears upon taking damage. Right, let's look at her awakenings. Okay, awakening 1, she gets, when deployed, gains 2 extra stacks of Equine Aegis. Nothing too fancy. Defense plus 200 for awakening 2. Each stack of Equine Aegis grants 4% extra defense. Awakening 3, all damage reductions plus 8%. And when Equine Aegis is generated by shield recharge, there is a 50% chance to grant 1 Equine Aegis to the ally with the lowest HP percentage within 2 tiles. Each ally can have up to 1 stack of Equine Aegis. Yeah. I mean, for what Edith or where she's used, I don't think many awakens are required. All you basically need is the ultimate skill to push back the Banshee in Gear Raid 2. Now, that is for late game. For early game players, is she necessary? No, she's not necessary. Is she useful? Sure. As an AoE attacker and defender, you could say she's useful. But at early game, Olog can carry you for a majority of the early game as your main tank when you only need one. And there are other epic tanks that are useful for a lot of the campaign and early game where I do not actually think she is necessary. If you desperately want her for Gear Raid 5, Gear Dungeon 2, then you can pull on this. But there are other options. We got Callista very recently. As a free hero over the Christmas period. She can substitute in Gear Dungeon 2, and Borat can substitute. So, as an early player, I do not think it's necessary to pull. As a late player, you have other options, but if you really need to, then feel free. But she's not absolutely necessary, and there are options. So, anyway, next is our boy Sylas. Now, there are a lot of people who say that Sylas has fallen down the pecking order in terms of usability and power and so on. Now, obviously, with heroes such as Kagiri and Wukong and Twyla, you could say, yes, that is the case. However, Sylas is quite possibly the one hero, not including Lords, who can pretty much be used in every single piece of content where you can have a platform hero. And the simple fact that he can shred through 100% defense just makes him still one of the best heroes in the game. Let's look at his skills. Now, the only caveat is his bond skill with Vienna. Let's look at the bond skill first. Obtain hero Vienna, the Wraith Queen or the Wraith Queen, to unlock the following bonus effect. During the effect of Shadow Cloak, Soul Sniping deals 100% extra damage. So his damage gets doubled. Now, normally, let's read his talent. Deals 20% extra damage to airborne units. After attacking 5 times, triggers Soul Sniping on the next attack. Ultimate. Damage increases by 80% and each attack becomes Soul Sniping, but ignore the defense and magic resistance of the target for 20 seconds. That is obviously where his main damage comes from. Physical attack. Deal 120% damage to one enemy, prioritizing airborne units. If a unit within attack range dies, increases damage by 40% for 10 seconds. This effect can be triggered up to 1 time every 15 seconds. And after attacking the same target for 5 seconds, inflicts Eye of Curse upon the target for 12 seconds. Eye of Curse will be triggered only 1 time every 20 seconds. Soul Sniping will deal 50% extra damage to targets with the Eye of Curse. So, all those skills are great and so on, but his main thing, where all his crazy damage comes from, is the fact that Shadow Cloak ignores defense and magic resistance for 20 seconds. Absolutely amazing. and obviously with Vienna it doubles. Right, let's look at his awakenings. Awakening 1 increases attack speed by 100 when Shadow Clone is in effect. It's great, but it's not absolutely groundbreaking. Number 2, 300% or 300 attack. Awakening 3, when there are more than 2 marksmen on the field, increases damage of the hero and random allied marksman by 15%. That's not particularly good. How often are you going to have more than 2 marksmen in your team? Awaken 4, Rage Regen, attack +2, and 5, the Mark 5 curse will increase physical damage to the target by 50%. That is great, that is good, but all his other awakenings are meh. So, should you summon? In late game, as I am, my Silas is still A0. Luckily he's bonded because I have Vienna. And for me, he's still very useful when I need to shred the defense of any particular enemy. Campaign, still fantastic. Am I going to pull on my main account? No. I've got plenty of time, plenty of opportunities for Silas to turn up. I'm in absolutely no rush. And because I've got bonded Silas, I'm perfectly fine. I'd be more interested in getting his artifact. That would be more beneficial for me. On my free-to-play account, however, I am very tempted to pull. I do have a Nyx as a legendary marksman. I'm thinking if I can get Silas as well and have both of them, that could push me very far in Gear Raid 3. Obviously, I don't have Vienna on my free-to-play account. I'm thinking I might do a few summons. The consideration in terms of what is upcoming is we can see that the new inspiration heroes come in, Beelzebub. Now Fastidious is very excited about this particular hero, the new inspiration hero. Now, in my free-to-play account, I'm obviously very early in the game. I now have Dolores, and I do not feel Beelzebub is necessary in my free-to-play account, at least not now. So I think I will be summoning on my free-to-play account because Silas will be more beneficial to my account to push it forward than I believe Beelzebub will be. So, should you summon? Early game, 100% you should summon for Silas, regardless of Beelzebub. There are certain heroes who are almost required to push your account further. Late game, I don't think it's necessary to summon for Silas. Everyone in late game should be waiting for Beelzebub. I personally, on my main account, will be saving for Beelzebub, and I have how many summons? I've got 94 summons, 4,000 crystals, diamonds, and I've got a pity of 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 140. So I'm definitely going to get a Lego. Just will it be Beelzebub when the time comes? So yeah, that is it. I believe. Hopefully, that description and look into both heroes will have been useful for you. On the banner, there is also, in terms of epics, we've got Nassault, Vortex, and Theobrine. Vortex, great. the salt is useful for Immortal Codex, the Arbiter of Frost, and Theowen. Useful just if you want to get Salazar as a fusion hero. But other than that, I believe we will leave it there. There are a couple of things that I personally want to do on my account. I'm going to do some farming because, actually I might wait until I'm going to wait until the update comes in, so that when the farming comes, I might be able to get some better drops. But in the meantime, whatever you guys do, do it well. I'm Transient, and I'm out.